Poke. Okay. Let's pick up the story from where we left off last night. Ooh, the car area. I think there's a thing that crawls along here. Hello. How's it going? Yep, there's the thing. Ugh, those ones are poisonous. Do not get hit by one of those. They take you down to 1 health. Like 1 health point, and then, yeah, poison. Etc. And they jump at you, too. And that's why you gotta use grenades. Load. Okay. Oop, sorry. Fried bread. It's actually it's a bun, and I fried it in the burger grease. I call it. Back to playing with Alex. Nope, sorry. Keep shining that in her eyes. Trying to eat my burger while it's hot, but there's not a lot of story on this game, is there? Yeah, we can't open those. But we can open these. No? No what? No on the fried bread? I forgot whatever I was talking about. So that is the thing. But that happens a lot on my live streams. Always forgetting about stuff. Trying to remember what I'm doing. Things? Probably. Okay, that's where we came from. And that's where we're going. Nope, did not stream on Sunday. Nope, did not stream. Didn't have any gem footage ready. More? Who wants to be the player? There we go. My phone has a mind of its phone. Yeah, they're not phones anymore. They're owns, because they own you. We don't call them phones. We just call them owns, because they own you. Oh, 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 oh. We don't want the flashlight to just magically go out on us, because then they will come after us. So, yep, see, they're coming after us.
Shine your light on that thing.
Good job, babe. What was I talking about? Cute goth girl gamer? I don't remember. is a freaking thick burger. Like swelled up in the middle. Oh, okay, basil. You know what I should do is make some basil salsa. This salsa's pretty good, Colette. I should send you some. I'm a little worried. Because I had to test it out, right? So I opened a jar. That jar's gone. And then my mom came, and I was so proud, so I was like, Mom, try this. She opened a jar, and she ate a bunch of it. I've been eating on it, it's almost gone. Now I got 3 more jars plus a big jar. And then I also have Bumpy's jar, and I texted I sent a message on the Hangouts, but I don't think Bumpy saw it. So I'm kind of like, you know, technically I did send Bumpy a message, so I don't need to send him his jar and then I can eat it with that. I need to send Bumpy his jar. So really I've got like 3 jars plus a big jar. So if I give away more jars, I've got to be real conservative about who I give them to and whether or not they're going to appreciate them as much as I do. This has to last till next friggin' year. So I'm like, maybe I should make more salsa. But then again, that's a lot of work.
Keep your light on that zombie.
So what do you use the basil for, Colette? Because if I remember right, basil kind of tastes like Braunschweiger. Braunschweiger, Wagger. Colette, this is a tomato from my garden. So that's a thing. I think I just got sidetracked with a burger. Which happens. From time to time. And the time is quite often. Alright. Not that way. Going this way. What do you got? Something? Nobody's over there. We checked that already. Oh, ant lions. A woman with a feminine face. Yep. Yup. Oh yeah, she's a big deal. Apparently, they like, you know, because they're like, who's the star of the?
Keep your light on that zombie.
Because the first game was a big hit among computer programmers and stuff, and people who use computers, real big. But then, like, they didn't make a sequel, and everybody wanted a sequel because sequels were a big deal. It's like, oh, come on, give us a sequel. And then they made the sequel, and it was really good. And so they're like, well, where's our sequel to that? And so they made this short game here, which is called Episode 1, and then they made Episode 2, and then they were going to make Episode 3.
Antlions here? The Combine's defense field must have collapsed. Makes sense if it was powered by the Citadel.
Oh, man. Friggin' ant things. Dang, I wanted to set fire to him. I messed that up. Oh, look at this.
Looks like we found a troop train.
A troop train.
What the hell is that? A Combine zombie. That's like a zombine, right? Zombine, get it?
It's got a grenade.
Crap! Look out! It's got a grenade!
Well, at least it blew the glass open for us. Bullets. That's bullocks. Okay, time to step it up a notch. Not what I was trying to do. I know they're over there.
More of them coming.
Light that thing up!
Great shot!
Ain't got much in the way of shotgun shells, though. I'd say that investment paid off. I'm listening. I'm looking. Oh no, we're down to our last
You're
bullet.
right.
Now, burn 'em. Yeah.
Okay, we gotta do this now. Changing out the mouse batteries. It keeps wigging out on me. First I shot my girlfriend, and then I threw a thing in the wrong direction. Keeps bugging on me. And I gotta eat my jelly toast. That's so good. I should have toasted it in the burger grease and then put jelly on it. Oh man, how did I screw that up? I wonder where Cute Goth Girl Gamer went. I wonder where Colette went. Oop. Wait a minute. I pushed the wrong button. Okay, there we go. Back on track. I think we're about to get to the part of the game where we can see again. Oh, look at that. We got a bad guy.
Mission depleted.
I don't have any grenades though. Ah, you friggin' stupid lady.
Hate these things.
Detected.
Damn it.
Medical systems
She
engaged.
got in my way.
Morphine administered.
Whiz. Speaking of AI, Colette, did you see that happen? It was entirely uncalled for. Oh yeah, this thing. This is a puzzle.
Uh-oh.
And
big
Jacob
outliers are coming
wins
up
at the
here.
puzzle. I plugged up the hole.
Good idea, Gordon. Oh, I wouldn't have thought you could plug up the burrow that way.
Yeah. got a bad guy and got my treat by breaking the box open all in one. Kind of like when there's a bad guy on top of a question box in Mario, and you jump up and bump the question box, and there's a bad guy. Oh, nope, 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 we don't want to do that. We are trying to get... We are trying to get them to come over here. How do we do that? I can't remember. There we go. No, he's gonna clear a path. Aww. He took out 2 of them. We're trying to save bullets here, okay? Pretty soon they'll start getting picked up, I think. Yep. See?
Shot.
A couple of them got picked up anyway. Shot the wrong one. I'm supposed to shoot the other one so it bounces over.
Get back.
Oh man. And I got jelly on my keyboard. Good day. Good day. And it's gemstone jelly, so I'll probably lick it off. Mm. Mm. Friggin' super sloppy jelly all over the keyboard. Ooh. Totally gemstone jellied my keyboard. It's alright. I'm getting it. I'm figuring it out. I got the bulk of it, but it's not like I can just pick this glob up, because it is very, very... I mean, it's globby. It's jelly, but it's also like... It's very spreadable jelly. Mom makes it. She knows how to do it. Amazing jelly. 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 I think that's probably good enough until I actually take the keyboard apart and put it back together again. I've had this keyboard since 2006. When I bought a computer instead of building one, I just bought the whole thing. Yep. They gave you the, yeah, they gave me the jab, that's what it was. Okay.
More of them.
Took care of him. We're about to make it out of this car park, Colette. It's gonna happen.
Shot.
Yeah, these things are cool. Oh, Colette, in the main game, you actually get to command an army of these, like you get 3 of them to follow you around everywhere. It's so cool. plugged in the hole. You know, when you use the flashlight, it uses your suit power. But by the 1990s, or by which they started in the 90s, but by the 2000s, LED technology had gotten so efficient that your flashlight doesn't drain your battery energy so quickly. So they separated the flashlight from the suit power. See, when I sprint, it takes from the same power as the flashlight. But in the next episode, it's separate. To be a little more realistic for now, as opposed to realistic for back in 1998 when the game came out. Oh yeah, we beat the cars around. It works really well on metal. I can't pick up a car and throw it, but I can punt it really hard. And click. Whoa. We're in the water? Oh, we got bullets for shotgun. 12 bullets for 2 shotgun shells. I don't know if that was worth it or not.
You've got that hazard suit. This water's nasty. You got room for 2 in there?
I can make room. Man. That's the kind of stuff that a guy likes to hear. Got room for 2?
Please let there be a way to the surface.
You mean you want to spend time with me? Yay. Oh no, we gotta defend the elevator. It's not very fun. There's a lot of bad guys and, you know, that.
I don't believe it. An actual elevator. I would have settled for stairs.
No, don't start it up yet. I don't have all the traps laid. You stupid lady.
You've got to be kidding.
I've worked with electricity a time or two, and I'm pretty sure the sparking wire must be connected to a power supply.
I don't have the traps laid. Yeah, that'll kind of work. Ooh, a radiator. Whoops, wrong button.
Let's check out where that sparking wire leads.
Oh, that's not a heavy radiator. If I remember right, I think I spent a bunch of time setting up these traps and they didn't really pay off. Not sure that I should keep doing that. But I seem to remember that sometimes they do pay off. So it might be worth it. Only thing is, if I set them all too close together, they'll all go off at once. And then it's not like there's a big giant wave at the beginning. There's like a bunch of giant wave constantly. Constant wave. Non-stop wavature. Big old bunch of stuff about to go down. And it set off one of my traps. At least it didn't set them all off. Sheesh.
Shine your light on that thing.
That's what we want, is a shotgun reload right when we need it. Right when we go to get on the elevator. That'll be poif. Poif. Perfect.
Hey, I hear the elevator. It's moving again. And here comes trouble. Keep your light to that.
Dang it.
Damn!
That didn't work out at all. It takes about long enough for the battery to drain. So we need to light up another one so we can let our flashlight recharge.
What's taking so long?
Oh, where the friggin'...
Shine your light on that thing.
always close.
There we go. We made it.
Oh my god. I hope it's still light out.
Yeah, I hope it's still light out. That's a good one. Ding! Elevator's done.
Thank God, it's still day. Let's get out of here.
If not sooner. I cannot state this enough.
No, it's locked. I can't believe this. Hey, up there! Hello?
Hello?
Can you let us out of here? Hello?
Please let us out, fullness. With the letting us
They can't hear us, I guess.
and out. At least we
Can
don't
you
have
see
to
any
use
way to
our
get this
flashlight
open?
anymore. Yeah, if we get that wheel thingy. For wheelie. Alright, maybe we do need to use the flashlight again.
Much time we have secured ourselves before the Combine attempt to restore their domain. This is, in fact, the first opportunity we have had to speak openly of the
Oh, Dr. Kleiner.
Hold on, there must be some way to open this gate. That's it. See if the crank still works. Come on, Gordon, crank that thing.
You know what's funny is replying to an email from Dr.
Great.
Kleiner.
Okay,
'Cause
let's
it
get to the
says
train yard before the
recliner.
Citadel blows.
Okay, yeah, there's the Citadel. We're trying to stop it from blowing.
Finally, fresh air.
The destructive
Oh my
pulse
God.
forced a damper on the entire
Striders
network of
really
lift
tore the
Citadel
hell out of this
reactors.
place.
Thus, for the time being, I believe that all Combine portals have failed completely, as well as all communications
I've
systems
never been
based on
happier
that
to see Dr.
technology.
Kleiner.
In short, the Combine are completely cut off. Combine forces currently stationed on Earth are now isolated units, stranded. However, this is most likely a temporary state of affairs. As we once learned to our dismay, even the relatively tiny fracture at Black Mesa gave our enemies an opening which they were able to force ever wider as they poured through in greater and greater numbers. In addition to the completely xenotheric species, there are many modified post-human allies still remaining on Earth who will be doing their utmost to re-establish lines of communication and supply with the larger forces.
Post-human.
Even so, there is greater reason for hope now than at any time in the past decade. We have made, in secret, several technological advances which we will do our best to deploy in advance of the Combine's return.
See, this is this speech is a great moment because up until now, you've been hearing in the previous parts of the game speeches supporting the Combine, talking about evolution and man just becoming another layer strewn between the Burgess Shale and eons of limestone. Just a thin layer on a rock. Mankind being something so small when such a large multiverse of different dimensions exists. Mankind could be so much more, etc., etc., etc. But we only have to obey the when will the Combine take down the suppression field and let us breed again? They had a suppression field that kept everybody sterile, so there could be no more breeding of humans. Oh, right, he talks about that.
We continue to diligently assemble and train a new generation of scientists
And
and
she laughs
technicians.
about it.
For what the Combine fear the
Ooh,
most
sexy time.
is not any tangible human weapon, but our will, our intellect, our ability to respond selectively and rationally to every terror they turn against us. We place our firmest hope in the human spirit, even knowing how easily it may be shattered. We have all seen friends and family crushed by the Combine. Some of our neighbors have allowed themselves to be co-opted and purged of their humanity by the military machine. And those who resisted have met a most terrible fate. Still, I cannot overstate how important it is that we retain our humanity. Only this will allow us to hold together as we must for their inevitable return, and what is certain to be unimaginable retaliation. And, oh yes, if you missed any part of this message, it will loop repeatedly until there is no point in looping it any longer. I apologize for any inadvertent errors or omissions. As you can imagine, we have had scarcely time to record, let alone rehearse. What's that, Eli? Oh, right. This has been Dr. Isaac Kleiner, formerly of Black Mesa, now simply a citizen, like all of you, of Earth. Let me just add to all those who can hear me now, as we struggle out of the shadow of our malefactors, welcome back to the light. Now, where did I put that calculator? Careful, Lamar. These lamps are quite hot.
Wait a minute, am I looking at the wrong thing?
Very well. I
think I am.
Not much of a public speaker, but
I've been
I'll do my
watching
best.
the wrong thing.
Fellow citizens, residents of City 17 and environs.
Yes.
By which I
I
mean
have been
sentient
totally
residents,
watching the
of
wrong
course,
chats.
Human and otherwise. Although I believe there is little need to explain recent
I was
developments to our
talking to
Vortex
you
allies.
like
At
yes,
any rate,
yesterday's comments.
First, as a matter of great urgency, if you find yourself still within the confines...
Now, it just so happens to be that Colette is here again, so that's great. Because I've been talking to Colette, and then she's like, "Be right back," and I'm like, "Oh, okay," and then I just kind of wait, and I was like, "Oh, okay, she's back, great." Whiz. And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh, gee whiz, okay. Yeah. That's why you were talking about basil twice, isn't it, Colette? Because you were actually only talking about it once, and that was yesterday." And I'm like, "Why do you keep asking me about basil? Is it because we didn't talk about it enough yesterday? Okay, great." Oh, man. Last night's comments. Yep. You caught that like 45 minutes ago. And then here I am like, sheesh. Jelly on the keyboard, and that was like 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Good old that. Okay. Sheesh. I think we're back on track. Man, that was total schneik bars.
Of City 17, you are well advised to leave the city at once by the fastest means available to you. We have restored service to much of the commuter transport system in order to carry citizens out of the city as quickly as possible. We have also established camps and triage areas in the surrounding environs. I repeat, you must evacuate the city at once. While there was certainly a great benefit in destroying the Citadel's teleport core, we have detected one rather unfortunate side effect. it would appear an inevitability that very soon now the Citadel will be consumed in a destructive event whose magnitude I cannot currently estimate with any certainty, except to say that it will almost certainly irradiate an area of many miles radius.
It's gonna explode.
Therefore, I repeat, evacuate City 17 at once, if not sooner. I cannot state this without enough undue emphasis. On a lighter note, if you are already in one of our designated safe zones, I feel
Check this
obliged
out.
to point out that a more fortunate side effect of the reactor's destruction is the complete removal of the Combine's reproductive suppression field. Previously, certain protein chains important to the process of embryonic development were selectively prevented from forming. This is no longer the case. For those so inclined, now would be an excellent time for procreation. Which is to say, in layman's terms, you should give serious consideration to doing your part for the revival of the species. We must make the most of the time we have, as it is by no means certain how much time we have secured ourselves before the Combine attempt to restore their dominion, as they certainly shall. Since this is, in fact, the first opportunity we have had to speak openly of the baleful influence of the Combine, there is much ground to cover. And in fact, I hope to institute a series of useful... For now, we will have to content ourselves with some relatively meager exposition. The destabilization of the City 17 reactor has had repercussions that were not entirely unexpected, although we hardly dared speak this hope ahead of time. The destructive pulse forced a damper on the entire network of linked Citadel reactors. Thus, for the time being, I believe that all Combine portals have failed completely, as well as all communications systems based on that technology. In short, the Combine are completely cut off. Combine forces currently stationed on Earth are now isolated units, stranded. However, this is most likely a temporary state of affairs. As we once learned to our dismay, even the relatively tiny fracture at Black Mesa gave our enemies an opening which they were able to force ever wider as they poured through in greater and greater numbers. In addition to the completely xenotheric species, there are many modified post-human allies still remaining on Earth who will be doing their utmost to re-establish
They're looking for something. Probably us.
We continue to diligently assemble and train a new generation of pilots and technicians. For what the Combine fear the most is not any
From the rooftops. Burn 'em! Great shot! I was hoping we'd get a bit farther before they noticed us again.
Yeah. Me too. Now we got the machine gun. This is the staple of the early game. I mean, basically, if you take back to like arcade games that had something that you could fire, the question was how fast could you fire, and the technological question was how many bullets could fit on screen. Never left. Gotta be a joke. Oh, there has to be a joke in there somewhere, Colette. The joke is on me. I'm so generous. When I go out with my friends, even the jokes are on me. But when you got into, how many bullets you could fit on screen, then the question is, how fast can you space it out to have yourself a fully automatic weapon? And when are they going to make it so I don't have to keep pushing the button? And I just want to just... So eventually you got to like Doom, where you got the Gatling gun. And the Gatling gun, you never have to reload. It's just laying on bullets. Love that. But then, you back it up a little bit, you get a little more realistic, you got the standard machine gun. Let's just fire some bullets, man. But Here's how great of a game Half-Life is. And this is Half-Life 2, but the original one, like I say, the staple was the machine gun. Here's how great of a game it is. The second fire button is a grenade launcher. Who doesn't love those? Pop it in, pull the trigger, boom! You blow a hole into something. Yeah, Colette, this is a motorized wall that just gets bigger and bigger.
One down. Good job sealing the burrows.
There we go. Okay, Colette. We should actually do this now before I get any tired here. So let's pick out a rock. What are they doing? Well, I guess they didn't get a look.
Get back. I'll cover the street while you figure this out.
They must have not have wanted me to see what they was doing. Aw. Why is it coming out of there? Jam the bucket under there? Maybe we gotta jam the chair under it? There, that worked. Fancy.
Nicely done. Let's head upstairs.
Okay, we're gonna head upstairs. Oh, I should have waited for the other guy to get a little closer, huh?
Behind you! Bring that over here and I'll rejigger it.
Oh, there's a snipper.
Gordon, hold on a second. We can't get through here while that sniper's covering the street.
Okay, hold on.
Here, bring it closer.
Blood loss detected. Emergency. User dead imminent. Seek medical attention.
Nice toss, Gordon. That sniper almost took my head off.
I thought you know, that he had gotten him, and I just kind of got in a hurry. And stood up a little too soon. Didn't think it would have taken so long.
Uh-oh. They've got the street fortified up ahead. You run point, okay? I'll cover you from up here till you reach the far end. When the coast is clear, I'll catch up.
Got it.
Okay, looks like I can get that ladder down to you. Let me shoot out the latch. I might be a little rusty with this rifle. Ha! Nope, guess I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, about right there. Nothing. Darn. Okay, good. Wanted at least something. No problem. I was just spending I was spending all that time laughing about the fact that I was reading last night's comments. All that time. The whole time. It was that it was that funny. It was funny, it was hilarious. It was funlarious. The shoot 'em up ball. Oh yeah, the shoot 'em up robot. Yes. I need some of those. We need to figure that out, Colette. We gotta make some of those. They will actually throw a grenade. I can catch it and throw it back.
Depleted.
That's what you call first-class papping. Uh-oh, I'm froze.
Glad that's over.
Oh no, I froze up.
Oh,
Aw,
God.
we can't have that. Yep,
Looks like the reactor's back on track for a meltdown.
yep, it bugged out on me. It bugged out. It froze up. I wonder what happened. There we go. Task ended. Yeah, that didn't really work out too well at the end. What on earth is Josh doing? It's got big cold towers of nitrogen. Okay. Can we get the thing to fire up? Hmm. Let's get... Before I fire the game up again, let's get this obsidian out of the box. Okay. I had a moment, Colette, where I was like, let's cut a nice big piece of something else too. Because I found the stripe, the lace obsidian. Bam. Look at them swirls in there. My seller had a few pieces of this stuff that he was selling for a while, and I was like, oh wow, Colette sent me some of that. And now he's not. So it's all gone. But it's okay because I got this from Colette, which is probably like a $10 piece or $20 piece. Just this piece alone. Which actually, this is probably a better piece, better quality piece. So it's probably more like a $60 or $70 piece. Yeah. So we're gonna have to decide where we're gonna cut this. But then I had a moment. I was like, all right, let's cut another piece. And I was like, look at all this, and we gotta get to it and get it done. But then I went to grab a piece, and I was like, wait a minute. We don't just have an unlimited supply of this obsidian. So let's not get too greedy. So I backed it up a little bit, and I said, you know what we're gonna do is cut one of those bubble-filled pieces. Yeah. It's not the biggest one, but it's one of the ones that we can see through, Colette. So we'll be able to see see into it. You can see just a little bit of light pass through the edge there. I don't have any other cell phones handy. I have a flashlight that's not very bright. Yeah, there we go. See the flashlight? And then we'll be able to kind of get into... Yeah, I can see down into it a little bit. That'll be neat. Maybe this over here. Get that faceted up and look at all that stuff in there. That's cool. That's what we'll do, is we'll cut off the part with the stuff versus the part without the stuff, or the part that's too dark. And we'll split it down here. Oh, we'll shape this one into a piece that we can see. Yeah. And then with this one, let's see. It's got stripes running this way, so it's fragile that way. Ooh. Yeah, that's just a striped piece of stripes. This has beautiful swirls like chocolate and caramel. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to split it on this little slot. And then we'll kind of go from there. Maybe split it another time here along this line. And then we could kind of make this into something and kind of look at this after that. They're going in the work pile. That's exciting. That is so cool. I told you it'd be about a year, didn't I? But we're getting to them. And with that peridot that I shaped that is so polishy, I'm so proud of that one. Nice flawless piece. This is like what I figure, like an $80 gem or something like that, or maybe it was 160. Yeah, it was like $160 because it was like 2 carats, and it's flawless. It's not a perfect polish, but it's great green color. Oh, very lovely. Not yellow like a lot of peridot is. Getting better and better. It's exciting. Okay, we can close the task manager. My computer has settled down. Let's see. If it'll start up again. Just a little bit more.
Therefore, I repeat, evacuate City 17 at once, if not sooner. I cannot state this without enough undue emphasis. On a lighter note, if you are already in one of our designated safe zones, I feel obliged to point out that a more fortunate side effect of the reactor's destruction is the complete removal of the Combine's reproductive suppression field. Previously, certain protein chains important to the process of embryonic development were selectively prevented from forming. This is no longer.
Okay, we finally made it. Now.
Glad that's over.
Oh, it must have bugged out because it was such a
Oh, God. Looks like the reactor's back on track for a meltdown. That transmission's going out after all. Oh! I'd like to find another way around these buildings, but we really don't have time. Okay, let's get in. Come on.
Okay, so what I remember now, what that just reminded me, is that they're trying to send out a distress call. It's an SOS to another dimension. And they need the power of the reactor to send it out. We gotta start using more grenades. Speaking of which, oh, not quite. Got over there, just didn't get him.
Get back!
Oh, I should have used that gas can like I was gonna. Oh, we can do this though. See, this is a heavy one. Listen to that.
Whew.
New gun.
I think we just broke about 50 Combine regulations. What's that beeping sound? Get away from the doors!
wanted this thing. I want the early version of this to be my my ringtone. It's slightly different in the first game. Or maybe, you know, just like as a text message. That'd be cool. I should do that. I could make that sound. I remember searching for it, but what was that, like 10 years ago? 15 years? No, yeah, 15 years ago maybe? What is a perfect... Oh, the paradox. Oh, thank you. Shave it thinner to see through it. Gotcha. Yep. That's what we're gonna do. Shave her down a little more. And the other... There's actually... That's what I was saying, Colette, is like... I was like, oh, look at this piece. This is a nice piece. This big, nice piece. Let's cut on into it and have at. But then I was like, wait a minute. We don't necessarily know what we're getting into, and we don't know how to make it look the best that we can. So first, let's start with a smaller, not quite as so good piece, because there are other pieces. But yeah, you're right. We shave it thinner, we polish it up, and the parts that don't have too much stuff in them. All right. So FYI, I have been able to stack stuff up and do this. Excuse me. I have been able to do this by hopping up over in that other area, but I don't remember how to do that. It has something to do with boxes. Like you pull that one out there. Okay, this one. And then you re-pick it up. Like this. Messed it up again. It's alright. I think it's just because I'm getting tired off my game a little bit. Was up there. I was up there. Alright, so if it's not gonna let me up there, I think maybe earlier on I was able to get up there, but then they changed the game like they do. Because I remember being, maybe I have to get up out there or something. Either way. Behind that no, I think I must have missed it. Finally, silence again. I can hear things. Yes, I do like that. Or were you asking me? I'm not sure. Either way, I like it. That worked out. Do that again when I need to. Alright, that's about where we're gonna call it. Because I need to get sleep. And I will see you on the next one. Good night.